penis unplugged. When the laws of entropy touch, you better dread the judge. Wiser men than us been crushed to find dust. When a fortune cookie dummy unfucked, I just shrug.
A note like a broken electrical pole song. But a done, for the scum of the circuitry on the run. Haven't seen the sun with the naked eye much. So the neon is my god and it shine on the numb. Hop up with the bike uncocked, okay, ready. Work ain't been too steady, I'm headed for something heavy. If you got the credits, I'll pull the crime of the century. Morality's only a memory when belly's empty. Swine get they high mind, focus on taking mine. Get in line, swine, you won't deny me my piece of pie. Any fucker in this broke future that they design, don't comply. I'll supply a deletion, the end is nigh.
I used to pray to God, but I think he took a vacation. Cause now the state of Cali is ran by these corporations. The skyscrapers shallow, the homeless, the population. The degradation they face, which should be an abomination. They body parts are stolen and soul of the richest patient. And we the mercenaries at war with the active agents. The legislators that work for the sadists that kill the babies. Would die in the back of a bullet built on Mercedes. Just to serve, murder them and the chauffeur. With humble herb, let my brain exit the herb. That's righteous, huh? Cyberpunk, holding a palm. Keanu Reeves, cyber arm under my sleeve. I blast them all, watch them fall like autumn leaves. Damn it, I can't leave. Night City keep calling me. God damn it, I'm a G. And this fuck shit is all it needs. Life a funky bitch, but this bitch ain't divorcing me.
So the penis unplugged. When the laws of entropy touch, you better dread the judge. Wiser men than us been crushed to find dust. When a fortune cookie dummy unfucked, I just shrug.
A note like a broken electrical pole song. But a done, for the scum of the circuitry on the run. Haven't seen the sun with the naked eye much. So the neon is my god and it shine on the numb. Hop up with the bike uncocked, okay, ready. Work ain't been too steady, I'm headed for something heavy. If you got the credits, I'll pull the crime of the century. Morality's only a memory when belly's empty. Swine get they high mind, focus on taking mine. Get in line, swine, you won't deny me my piece of pie. Any fucker in this broke future that they design, don't comply. I'll supply a deletion, the end is nigh.
I used to pray to God, but I think he took a vacation. Cause now the state of Cali is ran by these corporations. The skyscrapers shallow, the homeless, the population. The degradation they face, which should be an abomination. They body parts are stolen and soul of the richest patient. And we the mercenaries at war with the active agents. The legislators that work for the sadists that kill the babies. Would die in the back of a bullet built on Mercedes. Just to serve, murder them and the chauffeur. With humble herb, let my brain exit the herb. That's righteous, huh? Cyberpunk, holding a palm. divorcing me.
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Peter said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
And FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the new. Is my mic working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Welcome to another episode of the NewsBrief. Today's a special show because we got Patty back, and we don't have the normal routine of having Barry speak over everybody or Rob speak over everybody or Kim insulting Patty, which that part I miss.
Yeah, it sucks.
It is March 17th at 12:19 p.m. I am joined.
It's what now? It's what now?
12:19.
What? No, it's 12. No. What day is today?
March 17th.
Right, which is what?
Is it like a white thing? What's going on today?
Is it St. Patty's Day? Is that what he talked to me about?
Aren't you British, not Irish?
It's St. Patrick's Day, and fuck
But you're
you.
British.
Negative.
Hey,
You're
Kim said,
Irish?
fuck you, Patty.
Well,
Today
I
is
got.
St. Patrick's Day.
Well, you notice the not only the livery on the shirt, my green lights. So happy St. Patrick's Day. And while we're in this St. Patrick's Day, Shane is at a local bar, not surprising, at noon, drunk off his ass. So it's going to be a hell of a show. Patty, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Shane, thank you for joining.
Happy to be here.
Are are
I
you
just, I
drinking?
just want to
Actually,
say,
let's just stop lying to people. He's not at a bar. He's at a fucking
It's
Starbucks.
at Starbucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to say, Mark Levin does not have a micro penis. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's crazy. The president had to step in a micro penis argument between Megyn Kelly and Mark Levin. Mark Levin wanted to prove that he didn't have a micro penis, and there's other ways to do that besides call the president to defend you.
How does
And
Donald
you know,
Trump
like,
know that? Is what I want to know. Have they been in the head together? Or what?
yeah. So
Believe
I guess
me, I've seen.
we're going
Sorry.
to talk about a lot of controversial topics today. They shouldn't be controversial though. It should be pretty like simple. And it's crazy that we have to talk about people on the right because it's like a thing now. So maybe I'm helping this divisiveness on the right by stating these things, but I have to state things that I feel strongly opinioned about. I have strong opinions about. And the first thing is breaking news. Is Joe Kent has offered his letter of resignation. I'm going to read it out, and then I'm going to ask Patty and Shane to chime in on it. Let me go ahead and put it up on the screen. Let me full screen it. I don't have a producer. Joe Kent states, after much reflection, I have decided to resign from my position as director of the National Counterterrorism Center effective today. I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. It's been an honor serving the President of the United States and Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and leading the professionals at the NCPC. May God bless America. So I'm not going to read his whole statement, but you could kind of get by what he's getting at by the words in his tweet. So Patty, we'll start with you. What is it, and what do you think about this?
Well, I think it goes to show that people who are thoughtful about foreign policy are concerned that the president is not thoughtful about foreign policy and that he, shifts from one position to another. If you were, hardcore MAGA going into 2016, going into 2020, and into 2024, this idea of an unnecessary, unprovoked action, a war action against any country, especially ones in the Middle East, especially Iran, would be unpalatable. You wouldn't be able to deal with that. You'd say, this bullshit, I don't want that. That's what I'm voting against. That's why I don't like the neocons. That's why Dick and Liz Cheney should burn in fucking hell. And I agree, right? But this right now, if you're a real, I think if you're real MAGA, you have to quit. You got to say, the president left us. We didn't leave him.
Well, I don't think that you're the I don't necessarily think that you're the arbiter of what MAGA is.
Oh, I'm certainly not. I'm certainly
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm saying, like, if you ask me what my objective opinion on the whole thing, I don't know how you can be MAGA and support this idiotic war. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Other than maybe you're in a cult. I mean, that's the only way I can justify it. And it's not a justification. It's just it's idiotic, is what it is. It's a contradiction completely.
So I just actually, based on the comments here, so are you agreeing with Nick Fuentes' position?
Yes,
Iran?
yes, I am actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Look, hey man, I got to call it like it is. And yes, I agree with Nick Fuentes. Fuck
You're
me.
America first now,
But,
Patty? Holy shit.
yeah, look,
I like it.
hey, in this particular case, yes.
Yeah. All right, Shane, what's up? What do you think about all this?
Man, I as much as I hate to say it, and Ken will probably kick me in the nuts for saying it, I agree with Patty. I didn't vote for a new war. I damn sure didn't vote to be Israel's bitch. And just because Israel's going to do what they're going to do, we have to get involved in it. Absolutely not. And I think that, it's already cost us servicemen and women's lives. I don't think it's again, Patty's no arbiter for MAG, but I agree that it's time for MAGA to express their frustration with President Trump over, especially and kind of at this point with kissing the wall and all these things. Like I'm not with any of that, but I think that if Patty, didn't you vote for Joe Biden?
Kamala
Yeah.
Harris.
Kamala, whatever, one of them. I mean,
Well,
so
both. I mean, he did vote for
Well,
Joe
both.
Biden in 2020. Yeah.
But when you
I'm
say
saying, so
kissing
when
the
do you
wall, I
quit? When do you
totally
quit? Like,
understand what you're saying.
no,
Say
I mean,
again?
I think that as far as one, I mean, obviously, this is a serious miscalculation, in my opinion, on President Trump from his administration and his closest advisors. Do I think it's
Right.
time for MAGA to jump ship? Not necessarily. There are a lot of things. Now, there are things that are more serious, like mass deportations and stuff like that, are more important to me than the war in Iran. Do I think that Iran was potentially a threat at some point? Yes. I think Israel's a greater threat right now than Iran was. I think that if I could take any kind of silver lining from this, that and I hate to say this, but Israel's getting the shit bombed out of them, and so that's just kind of like my silver lining in all this. But
I just don't
back to you,
understand
Lance.
how replacing a psychopath who's running that country in Hominy with his kid who's a bigger psychopath is somehow a fucking that's progress? I don't buy that, man. That
We might have
doesn't do
lost
shit for
BB
me,
too.
man.
BB
Yeah,
might
well,
be gone,
you know
so that
what?
might be.
Hey, look, I hope that Bibi Netanyahu falls down a flight of stairs and dies today, just like
All
I hope
six
the
fingers
president does.
too.
Yeah, fuck that guy. And seriously, this is where the right wing conspiracy theorists who think that Israel runs the world actually kind of makes some sense when you look at what we just did. Marco Rubio came out and said, "Oh, we did it because we knew Israel was going, and we figured we needed to go too." I mean, how much more starkly do you have to admit that? Hey, we're Netanyahu's bitch. Like, I don't want that to be true, and I think that it's been true across a bunch of administrations, Republicans and Democrats. But this is the first time we've actually decided to go all the way and bomb fucking Iran. I know John McCain wanted to do it. George Bush wanted to do it. It's been a long, long list of idiots who have wanted to do this thing. It's just Trump happened to be the idiot who did it.
Didn't they make a song about that? Bomb, bomb, Iran,
Bomb,
bomb, bomb,
bomb,
Iran,
bomb, bomb, Iran. Yeah,
bomb,
it was
bomb.
Bob
There
Iran.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you go. Sorry.
That's John McCain right there.
Hey,
And Lindsey
Patty,
Graham.
in the comments, somebody's asking that under that shirt that you have on, do you have a white ass nigga going hard as fuck shirt?
White ass nigga going hard as fuck. What does that
A
even
wang
mean?
half.
You don't have a
Wang half.
Wangaf shirt?
No, I got underneath the shirt. I just got this
Titties.
big ass fucking.
It looks like he has
Titties.
another
Bullshit.
shirt. It looks like he has
Yeah.
another shirt. Okay, so
Oh,
let me give you my perspective. I've never changed my position. I think the bombing of Iran is fine. I think bombing the Ayatollah is fine. I think bombing his kid, which was I think it's confirmed that he died of his injuries. And the previous Ayatollah that came in between the father and the son. Look, Iran has been a problem. Building nuclear weapons, right? Which is what they did, right? What they were doing, and screaming death to America might grant you a fucking bomb in your head.
You might
right?
earn one.
You might earn one, but
I feel like I'm
being-
having the Iraq War argument again. Fucking
no.
20 years
Well,
later.
look, Iraq in all honesty, Iraq denied that they had weapons of mass destruction,
And they did.
Iran is
not a
saying
threat.
Iran is saying that they do. We should do everything possible to keep that counter of countries with nuclear capabilities down to zero. I don't care about a B-2 Spirit bomber dropping I don't know what these things cost. $2 billion fucking bomb. I'm fine with that. What I'm not okay with is a prolonged. This isn't right now. It's still not a war. There's no boots on the ground. Did American service members get killed? Yes, they did.
As long as the president keeps calling it a war, it's a fucking war, Enrique.
Okay, yeah. Well, listen. Okay, well, look. I
I'm
disagree
sorry,
with
I'm
the
not going to let
president.
go of that.
Look,
I think
it
I
does-
disagree
It doesn't
with the
identify
president.
as a war, though.
It doesn't identify as a war. It's 2025.
I identify as a pair of shoes. I mean, who gives a fuck? Like, this is silly.
But
It's a war.
there is no doubt that we are dragged into these Middle Eastern wars by Israel. It's just it's in art. You can't argue that.
I know. Why would I want to?
So to say that two things can't be true at once is I think Iran a threat. Yes, not directly, not imminently. I think that they will be a threat if they acquire nuclear weapons. But it's also true that just as dangerous is the lobbying of a foreign government here in the country. And I've said this multiple times on the show. We should never be mad at Israel, right? Israel's not the people to be mad at, right? Because Israel's doing what it's in Israel's best interest.
Self-preservation.
Right?
I understand.
Self-preservation
I get
and
it.
domination in the Middle East. Now, the people that we should be pissed at is the people in this country that are citizens that are lobbying for Israel, right?
Yeah.
We should direct that energy that people hate. Oh, well, I hate Israel. Look, listen, it should be like people are pissed at Americans for having American interests and meddling in foreign elections, which we do all the time. And rightfully so that they're pissed about it. Are we going to keep doing it? Yes. But we're allowing foreign lobbies in our country to lobby
we're talking
for
about
our
APAC
country.
specifically. Let's
Whoa.
talk
Well,
about
no,
what
no,
we're
well,
talking
wait, no, not just IPAC. We're also the people that lobby in elected and unelected influencers.
You mean like Miriam
on social media.
Adelson, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You should hate people like that more
Yes.
than you hate the state of Israel.
Yeah, but
right?
shouldn't I
Or
be
Israeli
upset
government.
with Donald Trump for taking her money and taking Sheldon's money before he died? And by the way, Sheldon is from Dorchester, the neighborhood I live in Boston. Like I'm telling you, that guy only cared about one issue, and it was about just give Netanyahu a blank check for everything. I mean, if he wasn't already dead, he'd be fucking, dancing in his his shitty ass wife is all excited about this. And nobody talks about that on the right, saying, "Hey, why does the Adelson family have so much, influence in American politics? They want to talk about George Soros." Okay, fine. But let's talk about the Adelson family, funding Donald Trump's campaign both times.
Are you
three
saying
times.
we'd have another dancing Israeli? Is what they're saying?
Look,
I think maybe.
Look, I'm not gonna shit on the president for fucking taking money to campaign. I'm just not gonna do it. That's listen, you need money to run,
That's true.
but the
on,
problem
man.
comes. The problem comes in foreign influence. And look, something I'm not happy about was let's start with Mark Levin. Mark Levin has been an anti-Trumper from day one. The only reason that Mark Levin even says Trump's name right now is because he's in power. He campaigned against the president in 2016. He basically campaigned against the president in 2020. And in 2024, during the primaries, he wasn't a Trump supporter. So for President Trump to say, and look, and then let's talk about the shoe on the other foot. You got Tucker Carlson that has supported the president from fucking day one, right? He's lobbied the president. He doesn't. His position is hey, we don't even want bombings. We think Enrique Tarrio is wrong for even saying that we should bomb the Ayatollah, right? So, but his position has always been, this is my position, and that's it, period, right? And he disagrees with the president. But then you have the president give a full-throated support of Mark Levin that this guy's a fucking snake, right? Where Tucker has been loyal to the cause and to the president, right?
It's not Israel.
And I think that and I think that like that post by the president, I'll put it up on the screen. Share this tab instead. Um, you know, listen, I love the president. I've said this a million times, I'll never turn on the president, but I can't support this Mark Levin character. You know, that is a lobby for a foreign country. I'm 100% sure that he takes money from Israel.
Oh, obviously. Yeah,
This is
clearly.
not this is
No.
I don't even think it's a
That's
question.
not breaking news. No, no.
It's not breaking news. And the simps that go ahead and like support this, like you're not supporting the president by fucking like signing off on this shit. Imagine Trump supporters were like, "Hey, fuck Mark Levin," and then the president would have more standing and be like, "All right, you know what? Fuck this guy. Fuck
Yeah,
this
but
guy.
here's
This guy tried to fuck me a million times."
so I was gonna do a video on this, like probably today, but here's the crazy thing, right? So the Trump base contains two different groups of people that should not actually be together in any political movement and that should not vote for the same candidate and probably in a normal political reality would hate each other, right?
Mhm.
And it's guys like Nick Fuentes who are hardcore anti-Semites, right, who hate Jews, right? And then it's Christian nationalists who think that we have to have Israel around so that we can have the apocalypse that's outlined in the Apocalypse of John or the Book of Revelation, and so we have to keep these two groups that should hate each other together. But and it was fine until the Iran war started, and then you got the Christian nationalists saying, "Well, this is awesome. We're gonna start the apocalypse by killing all the Muslims," and then you've got the anti-Semites who are like, "Well, fuck the Jews." Well, this is really difficult to keep this together, right? I mean, this is a hard thing. You want to herd cats. You talk about like keeping people in the same camp, and it's really difficult to do. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
See,
Do you?
can I comment on that, Enrique? I want
Yeah,
to say
let me
something
show
because
one tweet. Let me show one tweet,
go
and
ahead, man.
I'll give it to you. And I think, look, I think Cernovich has it right here, and you basically said what Cernovich said right now. This coalition that was put together, it was actually fucking amazing that they were able to put this coalition together.
Yes,
And
it is.
that coalition together, that coalition created the historic win for Donald Trump in 2024. And let me show this tweet really quick. A generational coalition, which it is, squandered, and
There we go.
that's the truth. That's the
Yep.
truth. Go ahead, Shane.
I just want to say, yeah, I'm emblematic of both of those parties that you mentioned, Patty. And I am not an anti-Semite. I'm anti Israel. But I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a nationalist. I love America. Love Jesus Christ, right? But I also think that where many of these people, like Ted Cruz or Mike Huckabee, or these people have it wrong, is that uh, the chosen people are those who accept Jesus Christ. I don't
Right.
believe that the people who murdered Jesus Christ or had him murdered by the Romans were the chosen people. They deny Jesus Christ his.
Yeah.
They decide that he's the Son of God. They believe in the Talmud that he is in hell, burning in excrement. That the Virgin Mary is was a whore, and all these things. And so
Yeah.
I don't correlate those. I mean, I'm not. I don't hate Jewish people. I don't like the Rothschild state that was created in 1948, which is the nation of Israel. I don't believe
Yeah.
there's nothing in the Bible that says you shall bow and worship the 1948 state of Israel.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's exactly that. This is the thing that people need to understand is that if you're, I'm not a biblical scholar, but I'm pretty close to it. I grew up in the Word, and my father's a religion teacher, and I read the Bible every day. But I can
you
tell
know,
you that the idea that the political state of Israel is the Israelites of the Bible in the Old
right.
Testament is ridiculous. That's not
Oh,
true. That's
You
So
are
the Hebrew
American first,
Israelites,
Patty.
the Hebrew Israelites are the real Jews.
Yeah, no. The black Hebrew
The black
Israelites are the
is
real
are
Jews.
the real Jews.
Yes. Yeah,
I
I
want
can't
to.
You
even tell
are
you how
American.
many good arguments I've had with those assholes. But
Let me.
no,
I'm gonna put Reno's comment up here, and he says, "It may be time to get off the train. That train, Henry." And he's talking about the MAGA train. And the truth is, no, I'm not, because although
Right.
I think that this is a pressing issue, this is one issue. I'm not a one issue voter. I'm not a one issue supporter. Can I disagree with the president's full throated fucking response to Mark
Absolutely.
Levin? Absolutely. But like, foreign policy is just one leg in a multi-leg fucking monster that we have with the United States and the problems that we have.
but it's the
And
most important thing for the president, though. Foreign policy is where the president can do
that's
pretty much
fine.
whatever he wants.
And look, he's had many foreign policy wins
And why are we
recently.
listening to Mark Levin and fucking
Well, wait,
Sean Hannity
hold
and
up,
the
we're
same
not.
idiots we listened to in 2002 and 2003? You got to explain that to me because I don't get it.
No, I listen. Look, I don't.
Uh,
But it's not a make or break thing for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not a,
Right.
it's, it's not an issue where I'm like, oh, I lose support for. Listen, I just disagree with his fucking stance on foreign policy. Now,
Yeah.
for other people, I do understand for other people that that's their thing. That's it. If
Right.
that's like their make or break. And I'm sorry, there is nobody that's gonna make you happy sitting at that Resolute desk
Right.
when it comes to foreign policy. It's just
Show me
it's
a better option.
impossible.
That's what I would say.
Yeah,
Show me a better option.
show me
I
a
don't think
better
there is one.
option, because there's not a better option. I'm sorry. Look, like I said with the Florida race, I think Fishback is a great candidate. I lean in his direction. Does he have the ability to win? No. He does not have the ability to win. Byron Donalds has the ability to win. Do I like his position on foreign policy? Absolutely not. Will he be a great governor? I think so. Will he be a DeSantis? The answer is no. The answer is there's nobody in that running that's a DeSantis, and I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah.
not going to happen. So and there's nobody that's going to sit on that seat that you agree with, and that's the point of the coalition. You're like, hey, there's these people I disagree with on this one subject, but we need to unite in order to get these other things done that we've needed. And look, the
There are
whole, it's cringe, and I know Reno's in there and he said it. It's cringe to say, well, you know what? I'm voting Democrat. I'm never going to check a fucking box for a liberal. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it to own the Israel first crowd. It's just not happening.
I
I'm
voted
voting-
for Republicans several times, man.
Yeah,
A
look,
bunch of times.
that's fine. You have
I'll
a
cross the line.
nuanced liberal position. I do not have anything nuanced. You know, it's when it comes to voting and putting people in. Yeah, you know what? I prefer a fucking Israel first candidate than I do a fucking stinking commie liberal. You know, and I'm never gonna do that to virtue signal to show to own the Israel
all the
first
libs.
crowd. I'm never gonna share. Look, I'm never gonna retweet or share a leftist I agree with.
What if I was
even
running
if he
for
says,
office? What if I was running for
I'd
office?
support you, but you know what? There's a personal relationship between me and you, Patty. Right? There's no personal
no.
relationship between me and like some guy that might think like you.
Well,
know,
you
and
would
I'm
trust
like
me
Laura-
with the
Laura-
keys
Larry
to the car,
Loomer.
right? You would trust
Not-
me with the keys.
Listen,
right?
I'm not gonna. No, I don't trust you with the keys. I think that you would do better.
I
than
wouldn't
the next
drive it
liberal.
into the ditch, right? You know,
Yeah.
that's what I always think about Republicans I voted for. I voted for Mitt Romney for governor back in what
Jesus
2002
Christ.
or whatever
God.
in Massachusetts. I voted for Charlie Baker for governor in like 2015 or
You
something like
voted
that.
for Mittens Romney.
Yeah, but that was a long, long time ago. And I just figured I was like, you know what? He's a reasonable guy. I don't agree with a lot of his policies, but I think the Democratic candidate is a shithead. So I trust Mitt with the keys to the car. He's not going to drive us into the ditch. So this is the best of a bad choice. It's not great, but he did fine. He was actually a pretty good governor. I don't love Mitt Romney at all, but I mean, he didn't fuck up. You
I
know
think
what I
it's
mean?
yeah, but
I
I
think
also think it's important ability to win, right? So you might win. I'll support you in a local seat. If you decide to up one day and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to run for Senate of fucking, I'm going to run
that's
against
never
Elizabeth
never gonna
Warren.
happen.
I'll be like, look, Patty, I support you, but let's be real.
Yeah, I would
You
never
know,
do that because that would never happen.
let's
But
be real. You
I'm
know,
just
like,
saying
look,
that.
and look, and the
Patty would be the
fishback,
next Elizabeth Warren.
the fishback situation.
I'd
I
be
do see that
much
he's
more
getting a
liberal.
lot of support when you go to rallies, but and he's getting like a bigger crowd than, but that doesn't win elections. Your ground
Yeah,
game and your money wins elections too,
yeah.
right? You need a
Can I?
good
Can I?
candidate
I want to circle
and a good
back.
ground. Go ahead, Shane.
I want to circle back to Joe Kent. He was the about the only uh, January 6th pro January 6th advocate like in that administration.
Of
Talked
course.
about exposing the truth behind January 6th, and it absolutely pisses me off that we lost like one of the few allies that we had. And
Well,
Now,
there's
do you
a
think?
reason for it, man.
Now, do you think he was? Um, do you think he was pushed out, or he was just tired of it? That's important.
I, no, I mean, I think he stood on what he believed. And a lot of people are like he just resigned because he
Well,
was going to get fired. I don't believe that. I think that he stood on business. He doesn't believe we need to be like even Rubio said it. The only reason we bombed Iran is because Israel was about to. And it's like, what kind of like preemptive foreign policy like is that? Like, well, they were about to do something, so we decided we needed to get on. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, they
Wag
said
the
Israel
dog
was going to use
bullshit.
nukes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
and I
with that.
remember Joe
But
Kent's run in Washington, and I remember it really vividly. You know, he ran a good race. He didn't just run like a virtue signaling race. He tried. You know, he lost, and you know it's a sad loss for the ODNI. I don't know how Tulsi feels about it. I don't
Well,
even
nobody
know.
knows anything about Tulsi because since the war started, she hasn't said a goddamn word, and this
Well,
drives
she
didn't
me
she
she
come
fucking
out
doesn't.
and,
crazy.
and voice her opinion against Trump on the
No,
war in
she's not
Iran, or was
supposed
No,
to
that
no,
voice
no,
her opinion
no.
against Trump, but
bogus?
she should at least be able to fucking. I mean,
I think
she
she.
has been
I,
absolutely silent,
I
and
think
I'm
she did the opposite. Actually, at some point, it wasn't
She
on this
supported it.
conflict. She supported it, and she came out
Okay.
for it.
It's the
Um,
exact opposite of what she built her whole political career on. And for her to
Right.
support this war means that she's been a liar her entire life. And I'm like, fuck you.
so what
I
if?
supported her
Wait,
hardcore in 2020
That's
and
kind of
2024.
extreme, Patty. You seem like
let me
one. You
push.
got
Let me
one
push
one
back
bad
though.
call.
Well, let me push back though. What if she's the director of national intelligence, right?
Right.
Um, what if she got some type of information that led her to change at least her mind slightly?
Well, then let's hear it.
Well, it's intelligence. Also, it's not
No, I'm
like, hey,
saying
I'm
she
going to
needs.
tell you exactly what I
No, she
saw.
doesn't have to. She doesn't have to give the actual information. She just needs to come out and say, you know what? In this particular case, we have intelligence that changed my mind about this, and I'd like to, and this is why I support it. She won't come out and do that because it's going to be outright hypocrisy, no matter what she does. And Tulsi Gabbard is a example of somebody who doesn't believe in any fucking thing whatsoever. And that's just what it is. And I got suckered by her. I admit it's shitty, but it's the reality. And I just really wish I had never supported her, but
And
I can't
and
take
then
it back.
here's another couple things about Joe Kent. And like I think I was one of the first ones to see the tweet. I didn't retweet it. I saw it because it only had like a couple thousand views on it. Now it's looking like Joe Kent's tweet might be probably the biggest viewed tweet in the world coming up because within almost an hour of posting it had 21 million views. I don't know where it's at right now. Actually, let me refresh. And it's at 34 million views in less than 30 minutes. So this actually might break a record. It's possible. He was at where Nick Shirley was in like the first day, in the first like 2 hours. So with Joe Kent, I already saw it, and I'm like, okay, you know what's happening here? The Levins, the Loomers are going to jump on and call him an anti-Semite, and they have basically. At least Levin has full-throated, and she says that he's a Muslim simp and all this. She's calling a war veteran and a Gold Star husband. You know. So look, Loomer unfollowed me the other day because I've been railing on her nonstop, and I made a post about it yesterday. You know, like
Somebody has to rail on her because I don't think that was happening otherwise.
she's married now, or she's
Really?
engaged. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Poor guy.
poor bastard.
Poor guy. Poor bastard. You know?
I'm sure that's not going to be consummated.
Yeah.
That's a frigid bitch.
I don't know.
I
Listen,
just got chills right now. You know.
yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wow, what does he have to deal? Like, what is he? What? We got Shane back. Like, what does Laura Loomer's fiance or husband have to deal with right now? You know,
Getting bossed around in the bedroom like a
Larry.
that nigga sleeps on the couch, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, that dude sleeps on the couch. And look,
She's
they're
such
gonna
a narcissist that I don't think it's possible for her to actually copulate with a dude or
Yeah.
anybody.
the stupid
Yeah.
people like Levin and Loomer. Look, fuck it, Loomer's a fucking idiot. They think that they can gatekeep and say, well, we got to kick this person out of the movement. There's no kicking anybody out of the movement, right? You don't just do that, right? And really what you've made right now with this Joe Kent situation is you've made a lot of people sympathetic to his cause. And you will make more of them. And the coalition will continue to divide until one faction wins. And let me tell you how conservative politics works from the beginning, when I started. The radicals are the future. It's always been like that.
Yeah. Right.
The Tea Party movement was a radical movement, right? They took over the entire fucking caucus. MAGA and Trump were the fringe radical movement. Was the fringe radical movement? Are we fringe and radical now? No. Now we're back to the center. The winners of this, of the future of the Republican Party, you're seeing it in real time. It's not Laura Loomer. It's not Mark Levin. Okay. It's the Fuentes young Republican camp.
Yeah.
That's going to be
America
the Republican.
first. Not
That's
God
going to
help
be.
us.
That's
not
going to be
necessarily the movement America first, but the true America first. I think.
No, we're talking about republicanism. What is
Yeah,
republicanism?
right.
And that is the future. You might fucking say, "Oh hell no, I don't like Nick Fuentes," but you're making
Right.
more of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the guy does have a point in certain aspects. You know, even Patty agrees.
No, he's not wrong about it. Look, he's actually right about a lot of shit. And the thing is that people think that they like to discount Nick because he says crazy things, and he says a lot of crazy things. But he also really does understand American politics. And if you think you can just discount Nick Fuentes' opinion on what's going on in the Republican Party, what's going on in the conservative movement, you're an idiot because he actually really does have his finger on the pulse of a lot of this stuff, whether you like it or you don't. And I don't. I'm not going to call that man stupid, and I'm not going to say that he doesn't know what he's talking about because he damn sure does.
Like the question
order
for
you
the
that Wang
people that
Gaff shirt.
disagree with me. Yeah, I might get a Wang Gaff shirt now. You saw his comment on that about fucking blacks wearing fucking the Wang Gaff shirt. He's like, you can't, like, you can wear it, that's fine, but like, you can't go hard as fuck because you're already going hard as fuck, right? Like, just naturally going hard as fuck already. But look, to the people that disagree with me here, I don't think that you would make that poly market bet that the Fuentes are the future of the Republican Party. You wouldn't put your money that that's not going to happen. Because I'm going to tell you something. Trump isn't going to serve a third term. I would love a third Trump term. But Trump isn't going to serve a third term. And the Laura Loomer, which is already positioning herself against JD, and the Mark Levins, which also positioned himself against JD. And funny as enough as it may be, positioned themselves against Charlie Kirk also. Who are they going to run to? They're just going to be some people with high social media followings. That's it. Their influence dies in 2028 because they've made enough enemies with this new coalition that's coming that they won't be welcomed in. And it's just going to happen. And look, Reno says never JD. That's fine. But there is no doubt in my mind that the nomination goes to JD. And I think it would be a great idea for Marco Rubio to step in as vice president. But if you can't get the coalition together, we won't get either of them. And you're going to get a Gavin Newsom, and your friends are going to go to prison. And I am not voting blue just to own libs for my friends to go to prison.
There is absolutely no possibility that Marco Rubio is going to be second fiddle to a junior senator from Ohio. That's never fucking gonna happen.
He will be.
He won't accept that. He's gonna run hard to win the thing, and I don't think he would take vice president. But it doesn't matter because neither one of those guys have anywhere near the charisma. And look, I hate Donald Trump.
What? Okay,
but he's got charisma.
Gavin Newsom.
I thought that's what I thought.
I'm talking about the Republican. I'm talking about the Republicans. There is nobody else. I mean, who is a charismatic Republican right now that you can think of that could possibly hold the mantle of Trump?
No,
it's not JD Vance. It's not Marco Rubio. It's not.
I think
Ted
the closest.
Cruz.
But who's the closest? Who's the closest?
I don't even. I don't know the answer.
You do know the answer. You know the answer.
No, I don't.
JD is going to take the mantle. Yes, he is.
Oh my God. Well, I hope so, because he is such a fuckface candidate that I can't wait for him to just. The motherfucker can't order a goddamn donut. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, he's not. Look, man. Trump won on charisma. JD Vance is he's going to be fucking his couch or whatever he's going to be doing. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
That's where I think
it's ridiculous.
That's where I think the problem lies too, is that we're expecting that enthusiasm. The Republicans are expecting that enthusiasm.
Well, Trump created this whole thing. You have to be a personality. So now guys like, remember, when we were growing up, like Bob Dole. Bob Dole had no fucking personality, but he got the nomination. Bob Dole talked about Bob Dole, and Bob Dole's biggest fan he could tell you was Bob Dole. But, no, he had no chance of winning because Clinton had charisma, right? He was a charismatic candidate.
The Riz, as the kids say these days.
The Riz, as the kids like to say. So you tell me now that Trump has kind of like bumped the bar up as far as like, hey, you got to be an entertainer. You can't just be a politician.
I feel like Ann Coulter here. I feel like Ann Coulter in 2016. Like, I'm saying JD and you guys are laughing. And
because he's a stiff.
You're not going to laugh. No, he's not. He's actually, listen, I don't know if you've heard him speak. He's actually pretty fucking cool. He's funny. He's got these one-liners.
Think he is.
He's not Trump.
I don't think he wrote that book either.
Well, look, I might give you that.
Written.
Yeah, most of it is ghostwritten.
Look, I just don't. You got to come up with somebody better than that. I'm not saying a Republican can't win.
See, look, I'm writing my book, but I need an editor to come in. I'm actually about to announce it.
Well, I'm not doing it
this Monday.
I refuse.
But I need an editor, and I need somebody to come in. Is that considered ghostwriting? Because listen, it's going to be completely different than what I write.
No, just editing.
If I'm like, make this sound good.
Well, could be considered ghostwriting. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, whatever. But give me an example of a Republican legitimate candidate who's charismatic, who could really kind of fire up the base.
there's nobody on either side. There's no
I don't.
leftist. There's no leftist. There's no liberal that fires up the base.
I
As
think
Trump
Pete,
has.
Pete Buttigieg could. I think Pete Buttigieg
No, no. He's going
I
to be a
just
joke. He's a joke.
No,
candidate.
I strongly disagree with you on that. I think he's got
If he
the
had it,
stuff.
if he had it, he would have shown it. It's got to be a new contender. It's always a new contender. It's always a new contender. Think about it.
I don't know
Obama.
about that.
Obama.
We got a
new
comment
contender.
here that said Vance is a stiff. Yeah, I agree with that. They've
Yeah,
all
like-
mingled.
Like
They keep
Obama
them
was a new contender, even though he had
Yeah.
political posturing. But he didn't run for president until he won. You know, Trump didn't run for president until he won.
Right.
The base needs something new, refreshing. Pete Buttigieg. I'm sorry. It's
look,
not.
Barack Obama and Donald Trump, despite the fact that they are complete opposites, are both generational politicians. I think we can agree on that, right?
Agree.
These are guys who were just different, who were just better at it than everybody that they had to run against, and that's why they won. So I give all credit to Donald Trump for being a generational politician. But now that this is over, somebody else has to pick it up. And I just don't see, I see a pretty thin bench. Like, I don't see anybody,
Yeah.
And also, it's very difficult.
There is not going to be. Look, let's look at it. Something I mentioned now. Byron Donalds, James Fishback, they're not DeSantis.
Right.
DeSantis was a generational governor. Maybe a generational president. I think he'd be very, very dangerous for liberals, at least, in the White House.
He
I
did
think-
really, really terribly in his last campaign.
He's
I
not.
just don't-
Well, his personality
He's a stiff.
sucks.
He's a
Personality sucks. But
Yeah.
let me tell you something. He's a fucking doer. Because you look at the traits. Like we're picking a president by a popularity contest, not by merits, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. The person
Yes.
who raises the most money and is more marketable wins the presidency. It's never like who's best for the job. Because maybe who's
Exactly.
best for the job is fucking Joe Schmo from what's the paper
fucking
company?
nerd.
What's
Yeah.
the paper company from The Office? Mifton.
Dunder Mifflin. Yeah.
Like some Dunder Mifflin guy that sits in an office all day. Like that guy might be a better president, right? That
Yeah,
guy might be the best president
Yeah.
that we get, but we don't. That's not how we pick them. So
Right.
DeSantis, he lacks the personality to win, right? But he doesn't lack the ability to do the shit that you want him to do.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of you could go with a bunch of Democratic politicians who have the chops to actually be really smart and get the job done.
Look.
Their personalities are horrendous and nobody likes them, so they can't even run, let alone win.
I actually,
So
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I would love for Reno to be here because I'm like tearing into Reno today on all his comments. I need somebody to argue with. So Reno's sorry you're the target today. Look, yeah, I get the hate speech for against Israel, Jewish sentiment. I get it. But is that like a pressing issue for Floridians? Right. And you could say, yeah, to the people that only care about anything to do with Israel. There's like a million issues in Florida that have become so much better. Right. We're about to hit the fucking zero fucking property taxes here. We got fucking constitutional carry. Like constitutional carry, I'm sorry, is more important to me than some fucking bogus law. I don't agree. It's not that I agree with the law. I disagree with the law. But it's not like my fucking issue to be like, okay, I'll be like, hey, I don't like this shit. And I'll talk about it on my podcast and I'll tweet about it. But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, well, what has he done that's great? Okay, well, I could fucking list those things. Right? It's not like Israel. because you just it's just retarded to for it to be your sole focus. It's fair for it to be your sole focus, but that's not my thing. I don't. That's not. I'm
Yeah, and
against it.
Reno commented that DeSantis flew to Israel, to sign hate speech laws in Florida. I think that's a legitimate concern that
Yeah.
you've got a governor who might be captured by a foreign government. I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say that that's a little out of line
Yeah.
or a lot out of line. Like, don't leave the fucking state of Florida at all. You're the governor of Florida, not the fucking liaison to Tel Aviv. I don't, that would piss me off if I were a resident of Florida.
Yeah.
I'm not, but
Yeah. So, and then some. Papa Clutch is talking about, Newsom is greater than Palantir Vance. Look, I'm one of the first ones that woke up the other day. I live in Miami. I'm one of the first ones that woke up and I saw the Palantir said, "Oh, we're coming to Miami," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah!" You know what? All these right wingers are gonna be with me on fucking telling Palantir to go fucking suck a dick and get the fuck out of Florida. And I woke up and a whole bunch of people were like, "Hell yeah! Look how good Florida business is doing. Palantir's coming." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So look, I don't like his connection to Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel. I don't know if you've seen that fucking crazy, fucking
Peter Thiel is a
inhuman,
lunatic. He's a lunatic.
inhuman fucking
Yeah.
video. I get it, but like Newsom is bought probably by a fucking like a worse lobby. So like you're fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't. And I get it. It's the lesser of two evils, and you can complain about it all day, and there's not going to be any change. So the thing that all of us agree on without agreeing on it openly is like this is going to shit. This is all going to shit. Right? So the best thing you do is just bitch about it on the internet, fucking vote, and just live your life and promote Western values. That's it. That's all you could fucking do.
What you can do tonight, though, before we go, what you can do tonight is watch the World Baseball Classic Championship game with U.S. and Venezuela.
Isn't that crazy that those two teams are the ones playing?
I know.
Right.
It's pretty wild, and it's going to be awesome.
And it's here in my city, correct?
If I were in Miami, I would be standing outside right now waiting for the fucking game to start, but you don't care about sports.
No,
So-
I don't give a fuck. Oh, it pissed me off today because there's a whole bunch of fucking Dominicans in my fucking city.
I've never met a fucking Cuban in my life who didn't care about baseball.
I don't give a fuck. My
bizarre.
grandfather is watching that shit right now.
Yeah, as well he should.
Yeah, and then tonight on the War stream, I'll be streaming a little bit of Call of Duty and some Marathon. Couple things. Tomorrow, I'm speaking in Vero Beach. I will be putting that link up if you guys want to join us in Vero Beach, Florida. And then Saturday, I am speaking in Fort Pierce, Florida, for an event, and it's called the Save America. I believe it's Wake America or some shit like that. It's going to be me, Ivan Reichland, Tommy Robinson, Peter Tickton, and I think they're trying to get what's her name? My mind's drawing a blank.
Well, tell the Colonel I said hello. I know he misses me. So
The Colonel
Ivan.
Colonel Reichland.
Ivan.
Colonel
Yeah.
Reichland.
Yeah.
Tina,
Name-
also
name
Tina
like
Peters. Tina Peters is going to be. I think we're trying to get her to call in to the event. But yeah, I will be. I'll play some Halo tonight. Yeah, that's fun. But if you guys are able to join, I'm going to put that link up. It's going to be a cool event. And I will be making an announcement on my book probably towards the end of the week or the beginning of the week. It's pretty much done. I've already written it, and we're going to start doing pre-sales as we're going through the editing process and production. So thank you guys for joining us today. Any last words, Patty? Do you have anything coming up?
Nope.
Okay. All right. From here, I'm signing off. And Reno, you're and the American Rise X went red. I don't know why mine's didn't, but thank you guys for watching. I am going to close this show with an ad. We'll be right back for about 2 seconds, and then outro will play. Another thing, happy St. Patty's Day. And Patty is not a saint by any measure. And don't get too fucking drunk and don't drink and drive. Thank you guys.
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Peter said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
An FBI agent arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are.